Okay, over there in the velvet jacket.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Adalia. This is a really normal question. I was just wondering what got you into writing? Like, what started you off as wanting to be a writer and stuff?
I think just reading so much. I mean, I was just a really avid reader. I read all the time. I was telling the kids I met with earlier that I think that I was like the only kid in my school who was not allowed to bring books to school because I read too much. They wanted me to do other things. Still annoyed about that, actually. So I think that, you know, eventually when you absorb so many stories, you start wanting to generate stories of your own. You know, there are stories out there that you wish you could find, and you can't, and so you start thinking, well, maybe I should write them myself. So I started writing when I was about 12, and I wrote a terrible book called Beautiful Cassandra. It's awesomely bad. I wish I had it. It was so awesomely bad. I still have some of it on my computer. And it was set in 1766, and it's about a girl named Cassandra, and she was really beautiful, and she had all these boyfriends, but I also thought boys were gross because I was 12. So she would meet a guy, and he would be really hot, and he'd be really into her, but then before anything could possibly happen between them, he would die. And so there were like 60 of them or something, and she just kept running through dudes. It was like 1,000 pages long. She'd be a guy, he'd die. I thought this was like the ideal life. All right, we're going to take a question from the gallery, but first, I just want to see the green person. Could you stand up? You look awesome. Woo! Great costume. All right, we've got a question up there, please.
I'm Emma, and we all love your book. And we were just wondering how you come up with Jade's quotes.
How I come up with Jason's quotes?
Yeah, because they're all really awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, my friends. I mean, I'm very sarcastic. My friends are very sarcastic. We're just a sarcastic group of people. So Jason's sense of humor is pretty much my sense of humor, and the sense of humor of my friends. And it's a bit funny because when you're with a group of writers, often you'll all be sitting around and you'll be like talking about something, and you know, somebody will say something hilarious, and you'll be like, "That's mine. I'm keeping that. Write it down." So, you know, Jason, I gave an early copy of the book to a friend of mine, for instance, my best friend, and she was even earlier. I can't even remember. We were talking about demon slayers. And, you know, she was like, "What do they wear?" And I was like, "Black. They wear black. Kids wear black. You're a demon slayer, right? You know, like, you don't want to show the blood." And she said, you know, that should be their motto, looking better in black, you know, than the widows of our enemies. It's 1234. And I was like, all right, I'm taking that. And I was like, what are you going to do with it? Anyway, you're a doctor. You don't need it. So, like, you know, I come up with them. My friends come up with them. You know, often if I'm really stuck, you know, I'm like, okay, funny stuff needs to happen here. And I'll call a friend of mine, and I'm like, I'm Jake, you're Alec, we're going to talk. Let's talk until I say something funny. All right?